We've got Chitraka in Sim. Okay, we've got Samika in Sim 3. We've got Chitraka in Sim 4. We've got little Adam Junaid in Sim 5. We've got Sachetana Patirana in Sim 6. We've got Hafrat in Sim 7. We've got, sorry, that's Sim 10. Inuk Madhumarachi in Sim 9. And who's that I see? He's wearing a mask as well. Oh, that's Viren Boteju. So we've got a full lineup of drivers here. And trust me, this is going to be a cracker of a race. Keep your eyes peeled on the race. And this is going to be one of those ones that you don't want to miss. Trust me, you are missing the Formula One qualifying right about now in Imola or in Monza. And this is nowhere close to that. Or that's nowhere close to this, if I may say. Because this race is going to be absolutely close. All these drivers have an amazing amount of talent here. They've raced in the Sim Racing Championship. They've raced in our National Championship. So they know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly where they are. Sachetana Patina, who's right next to me, is at the moment in the amateur class 2 of the Sim Racing Championship. Hafrat here is also in the pro class of the Sim Racing Championship. Inuk Madhumarachi is also in the AM1 class. Viren Boteju is in the AM1, Pro 1. Mevan Pereira is in the AM1 class as well. Young Ayan is not in sim racing as yet, although he has a sim at home. The father has said that he must study, which is acceptable. And we've got Samika, who's also not in a race from home championship, but he does have a sim at home. We've got Chitraka, who has no sim at home. He has no playing experience at home, but he only comes and runs our championship events and see where he is. And we've got little Adam, who's actually a rally driver, but has now moved to a circuit, and he has a sim at home as well, and he is one of the front runners of the race from home championship. So these guys are, all 9 of them are now vying for the top slot in the round 3 of the Speed Runs Championship, brought to you by Mandarin Reed and the Ceylon Motorsports Club. If that is not working, ask him to switch sims. Sabri, is it working? But what's the problem? Tell Tiago. Otherwise, yeah. Sabri. Yeah, all working my time. Never said I. What happened? Asan. Atarian nang ada dan dengan aku tunai di ini. How's that? Sabri? Atarian nang ini, we only had 3 units running now. So Speed Runs and the Ceylon Motorsports Club are sponsored by Mobitel, the partner who gives us all the connectivity, and Demo, who are the agents for Mercedes-Benz. I don't have the timing, but I'm sure in Sri Lanka today, right now, at the Shang Mall here, all the cars, I assure you, are Mercedes-Benz, the AMG 63s, and if my heart tells me I'm right, I'm sure 2 Mercedes cars are in Imola as well, or at Monza as well, and they must be on pole. And as we see 9 Mercedes cars tour the track in Japan, this is the final round of the Colombo leg of Speed Runs round 3, and these drivers are now in a qualifying run, and they're all on an outlap. They're all trying to vie for the top slot to start the championship. to the real world as we wait and see how this is going to pan out. Qualifying started. As I said earlier, when you are a real racing driver, most of what goes wrong is technical. The car might have a suspension failure, the car might have a brake failure, the car might have some kind of failure. But today we have failures which are beyond our control. They are software failures. And we've got one PlayStation which has decided to not work in the same way that we want it to work. So therefore we've got to restart one unit. And we are all good to go in shortly, as Race Director Sabri Salam is ensuring that all the cars are running equal, and there's no real problems all around. This kind of motorsport takes a lot of pressure, or puts a lot of pressure on the officials. I've had to speak to a couple of wives and console them that the husbands are actually coming for motorsport. I have one sitting right next to me here. The wife, I had to call her and say, can I please borrow your husband for the weekend because I'm really stuck. And, I said, I'm sure he's going to take you out for dinner on a Friday night next week. And then she said, yes, okay, fine, provided he takes me out for dinner. He always tells me he'll take me, but then these things, you call again on Thursday and say, can I have him for the next Friday as well? So these things do happen. That's the beauty of being a wife of a motorsport official. The unsung heroes who make all these things happen. And for your information, ladies and gentlemen, the team left this venue yesterday at this morning at 4:30 in the morning after setting everything up, and we're back here by 9:30 to make sure that you had this operation running. And these were all volunteers, and I want you to a big round of applause to the officials who make this thing happen. In 2 minutes, I'm told that this is going to take a big start as the drivers are all ready. Why don't you ask Mr. Pandit again to come back again? Make him speak. We have 2 minutes. Can you video? Can you video? Get used to video. No, Mr. Pandit again, owner of Demo. And we have one more person. We have a short break, and while the cars get ready for the qualifying, we have Mr. Panditagay from Demo. He is the managing director, owner. Mr. Gahanath Panditagay, who is the CEO. I had to ask him what his designation is because they are so humble when they do come to their designations. Demo have been a partner with us over the last 12 years. Mr. Panditagay, I don't know whether you remember when the president of the FIA, John Todd, came to Sri Lanka in 2009. Demo were our principal partners when he came down. You made that function happen, and that was, I don't think you realize this. Let's go this way a little bit. That was Jean Todd's very first overseas trip. He was appointed in December in the first week, and in the second week, he came to Sri Lanka. And he always tells me the memory that we gave him, especially with the dinner you organized at the Hilton. I don't know whether you remember at the Hilton. It was out of this world. It was outstanding. And the dinner, the menu of the dinner was all to do with Formula One tracks and courses of dinner. So he always comes back to me and tells me, you remember the dinner you organized with the Mercedes-Benz people? I will never forget that. And you've come back to assist us 12 years down the line, which shows the partnership that we have down the line. Could I have a little bit of background to what you feel this is all about? Bring it closer.
Sorry. It's very interesting and very modern, younger generation.
It's closer. My
love to do this type of racing or kind of sports because they might not like to go to Hatapurunda and all these places.
With air-conditioned comfort.
Around, air-conditioned comfort and latest technology. I think we have the latest what is there in the world. So it's a good experience for them. And good training also maybe very, say, when these young people go down to the real world, it will help them to on their careers in great. we would always try to support this type of activity. Doing like fun, as you said, is doing very well.
Yes.
When we compare beating all other brands, we always support this type of thing, even with this kind of economic impact. Thank you.
Mr. Panditagay, coming back to talking about motorsport and how it synergizes with road use. We're using the AMG car today, as we always use. Most of the time we use the AMG cars, and all our motorsport activities are branded with AMG. But having said that, we've seen that you are now looking at, or you cater to a different market as well. You're not only, the Mercedes-Benz is a household car. It used to be known as the affluent car. It was only to a certain category. But today, Mercedes-Benz is owned by everybody. And you've made that happen. If you go on the roads of Sri Lanka, you'd see so many cars which were not there. What is it that you've, I know it's your after-sales service is good. They say a lot of things. I think you would be able to explain that from your angle as to why a person would buy a Mercedes-Benz.
The technology and the safety of these cars.
That's right.
So that's the fuel efficiency to really see. Even a person who's using for a Korean car, I'm 100% sure our cars will do much better on fuel because the engineering and design is like that. As you very correctly said, we are catering for the lowest market or entry-level market. The student is getting out of university, he lost 5 items, going up to the and all these AMG versions. AMG we are concentrating because people would like to have a experience. All the production models have the AMG version, so that they would, from outside it looks very similar to a production car, a normal car, but when you have the AMG, the engines are very, very realistic. The engineer, one person who assembled the whole engine and he put his hands on the engine house, so the whole history from
very personalized.
Gold and crystals up to it. So that's why we're doing this to create differentiation.
Now this one, I come straight from my heart, and for all of you who think owning a Mercedes-Benz, the after-sales service is expensive. Trust me, it's not. Today, most of these cars cost pretty much the same, whether you own a Mercedes-Benz or whether you have a Toyota. The aftermarket requirements of the servicing, the consumable parts like the brake pads, the oil filters, the air cleaners, they don't really cost anything more than what you would spend on a Japanese car. So that perception, that perceptiveness is also very important. And could you explain where you fit into that as well? Because that's important for people to know when you're buying. It's not only about buying the car, it's also about maintaining the car. It doesn't cost you at all. It's not a huge jump as people thought it to be. Much more. I personally see what I spend on my cars, and it's not really bad.
Actually, Mercedes-Benz normally what we call wear and tear cars. That sort of things I would say it's much cheaper than any other Japanese or Korean or Indian vehicle because they believe in the running cost. That's why they need come to a crash or whatever. It's good, but running cost, they always believe in the superior gain of the product and the time and much more bigger kilometers range of a tire, much more than all that running and well big German heavy pipe which compared to much higher, but for 5, 6, 7 years out of the line, yes. Down and all with that because they are get a big that. We've got exactly 3.5 minutes in this final round, and then we do come to the next operation. Malla.
can you get someone and bring that podium here? Because we need to give the awards away. Yes, get Shannon and one or two others, get the podium. Podium. Sorry?
But the work these guys say now that they are putting things on the media.
Yeah, I know.
Very sharp, come back the other.
But it's clear.
Clear. Just too loud from the other Soviet.
Okay.
You need to stay a little bit.
So we've got driver number 11. Who is that? Driver number 11 is Viren Boteju, who's on pole. And driver number 7, who is driver number 7 is Ayan. And driver number 6 is in third place, which is Mevan Pereira. And driver number 3, Samika, is fourth. Driver 9 happens to be Nuk Madhumara, fourth. Driver 1 is in sixth place, and that's Mevan. Oh, I made a mistake there. So the leaderboard now stands with Viren Boteju leading the pack, followed by Adam Junaid, followed by Chitraka Itamalgoda, followed by Samika Kamanaka, and then we have No, this is 6. It says 11, it says 6. I think I made a mistake. I've been standing around too long and my knees are telling me, knees are giving the wrong signals to the brain. I've got it all wrong. The leaderboard is now Viren Boteju on pole, and we've got in 7th place we've got Riyad Afraf. One is Riyad Afraf is in 2nd place, and in 3rd place we have Mevan Pereira. In 4th place we have Sachetana Patirana, who's in the 6th slot, as driver number 6, and in 5 we have Adam Junaid. In 6th place we have Samika Vikramanayaka. In 7th place we have Inuk Madhumarachi. In 8th place we have Chitraka. That's your lineup. The 9th driver where I see that I am in the 9th place. That's where we are, ladies and gentlemen. This is the last bit of qualifying as we go into the final race that we have. Malit! Thiago! Hi. Okay. I need some, huh? Oh, yours, yeah, okay. Randy, you're here. You're there. Between those two. Those two, both. You're going to bring it here.
No, it's
Huh?
Give him a juice.
I'll give you something else.
No, keep him.
What do you want?
He wants a sip of your drink.
No, but I don't think you can drink this.
This is not so...
Oh! Have it your Coke.
I have Coke. Now you want to have Coke.
No, he wants a bit of Coke.
What?
He wants a bit of
Let me
Coke.
see.
No, he's a driver. He wants a sip of Coke to drink.
Oh, okay.
Thirsty. Just clean Coke. I'll come. We'll give you something, wait. My God, I can't give you I get the smell. No, you can't get the smell. You fucking okay. You get that. I don't need. I'm a people, but I'm. Jangan kakul dekat. Macam quickly. You're not supposed to drink anything inside. You can't drink here. Yeah. Okay. No. Yeah. Why do you think I couldn't? Oh shit. Okay, the cars are on the starter's orders. The starter is there. He's with the button, hands on the switch. And we have 9 AMGs, all vying to run Suzuka as father and the daughter of young Mr. Kamal will stand right behind him. Shafkat Junaid, father of Adam Junaid, right behind him. And Mudit Padumarashi, the father of Inuk, is standing right behind him. And Saman is there. Well, Saman, why are you standing there? You should be standing next to your son there. You all good? There's a lot of nerves here. The fathers and the mothers are all watching the kids take part. As we go into the first corner, there's a lot of stuff there, and that's a beautiful round. There's a bit of knocking and bumping, but all good. And the driver goal, and a couple of them going wide. But overall, it's a clean run as one driver goes a little wide, and that's driver number 2. So into the lead is Viren Poteju, followed very closely by Adam Junaid, and behind him Ria Safra. And I am coming in 5th place. In 6th place we have Chitrakas Itamalgoda. Devan Pereira has dropped all the way to 7th. And in 8th place we have Satchesana Pakilana. And in the last spot we have Samika Vikamak. That's okay, it's all good. The long race is 8 laps. And there's the car going there. Watch it as we go around. It is a very, very interesting race. Ladies and gentlemen, please watch this. These guys are the top drivers in Colombo this week. This is the final round of round 3 in Colombo. As we go into the first lap, we watch the leader as he goes around the 130 yards, flat out on 5th. He doesn't lift, he keeps his foot down all the way, and there he goes up there into a hard braking corner. The green colored car of Samika Vikramanayaka now negotiating to go around into the long straight between 4 and the 130 yards. And we ride on board with Viren Poteju. Viren now traveling on the long straight, the start-finish straight, and we ride on board with Adam Junaid. We ask these first to keep the camera on the top 2 as the cars go hard into braking from 5th, 6th gear, down into 5th, down into 4th, down to 3rd, and there was a slight bump there, but all good. And gave Viren Poteju a little bump up. And in 3rd place we have Riyad Afrat, who's in 2nd now. And Adam Junaid has fallen down to 3rd. That's as a means of slight altercation between the two. But Viren Poteju seems to have a 5.9 second lead over Riyad Safrat, and Riyad seems to have a lead of 2 seconds over Adam Junaid. It's all good here, all fine, so long as they run clean. And we watch the big screen. The car running wide, Adam Junaid goes really scrappy on that one, but he manages to hold it and keep the car running in bay from Chitraka Itamalgoda, who is now running a very close 4th place. That's absolutely creditable drive for Chitraka as well. Chitraka has come to us without any kind of sin at home. He only comes here and runs he runs the championship here. He doesn't run any of the international world championship events. That's absolute credit to him. Whereas the other drivers of the likes of Viren Poteju, Adam Junaid, and Riyad Safrat, they are very astute drivers. They come from with a sim background, and that's good. We need drivers like that As everybody stands very consciously watching their kids drive. We congratulate the winners from the previous round, but this is it. We have an absolutely amazing bunch of cars, Mercedes-Benz AMGs, as Viren Moteju goes past the start finish line. He seems to have a very big lead between 1 and 2. Adam today has taken second place again. Adam has managed to get the better of Riyad, and Adam at the moment is in second. He's just a smidgen ahead of Riyad, but Riyad is happening it. Riyad is not going to give it in, and Riyad does an undercut, first parallel, takes Adam. That was a clean move. That was an absolutely clean move by Riyad, and Adam was running slightly wide, but that's okay. It's all good, it's all fine. No quarter given, no quarter taken. There was no contact there, and that's good. As we watch the main screen and we see how Riyad took Adam there, Adam also drove very clean to make sure there was no contact. This is what motorsport is all about, ladies and gentlemen. You do have the heat, and you then come up with the situation where you can drive to make sure that they are on the top list. Everybody learns in this process. And we have the likes of Vinod Maharaj, Evan Pereira, Samika Vikramanayaka, Sakatana Patilana, young Iron, Hamid, all taking part and giving the big boys a run. Still right with Viren Moteju, still leading the pack from Riyad Hafrat. We have Viren having a lead of about 11 seconds, but Viren having a lead, yes, of 11 seconds from Riyad Hafrat, but Riyad having only under a second, just a second, and the gap goes, so Riyad now only 0.7 seconds away ahead of Adam. In anybody's terms, this would be within the DRS zone of a Formula 1, and they do get the slipstream. Adam gets the slip, but he pulls back. It's a little difficult to follow these cars through the school, and the long essays that there are 6 essays in this. Left, right. It's a long way that they follow each other as we ride with them. When we go inside, and now you'll see the car turning, taking the first of the essays, which is the right-hander, the short straight into a left-hander. It's a tight one. They normally take the third gear, and then they take the back second left on fourth, back into third, back into second, up to third, back into second. So it's a continuous array of going up and down the gear shift until you get to Dunlop third. From Dunlop, you take the short straight, which you go now, we see into the little right-hander, which is called the Techno curve. The Techno is a short straight again into a right-hander, and that's where you get the long straight into a sharp left-hander, which is a first gear, which is a hairpin. The fastest lap today is a 1:58.997 by Viren Moteju. That's the first of our runners, which is front stop 1:59. That is absolutely credible. Viren usually runs a Subaru STI 9, yes, an STI 10, I'm told. All these numbers are all same to me. The cars all the same. The STI 10 or 12. The STI 12 that he runs in his normal sim racing, and that's a four-wheel drive, and now he drives a five-wheel drive. It is absolutely very for him that he's managed to change his driving style. No, he's in the pro class. I stand corrected. I'm told that the GR3 cars that he runs are all rear-wheel drive cars. I don't think Subaru is also a rear-wheel drive car. And yes, you are right. The GR4 is a four-wheel drive car. I think staying up night all night the better part of my senses in my brain have now gone to sleep. As we ride on board again with Viren Moteju 12 seconds ahead of Riyad Hafrat, and Riyad at the moment just 3.5 seconds away from Adam. Adam concentrating. You see the young man who's only 10 years old trying to chase the eye surgeon at Suzuka right now. So as we right with Adam getting 2 wheels on the grass, absolutely nailing that corner, running into that short straight which is the techno curve, and that's where it all is. It's a long left-hander, third, then you 8 seconds the last bit. You've done that long straight again, with 130 yards, the flat fifth gear. You do 130 on 130 on fifth, and you brake hard in second. The first of the casino, called the casino triangle. Not so sure why it's called a triangle, but it's called the casino triangle. You take a right-hander into a left-hander, into a right-hander again, and that's where you start this back at Suzuka, which is a 5.8 kilometer circuit, built in 1972, and most of the Japanese cars were there for their testing. As we can see, Inuk Matsumarashi has now crept up to this place. He's only 4.3 seconds away from Mevan Pereira. Mevan is slowly drawing in on Adam, and I don't know, I can't tell you offhand whether Adam has lost time to Mevan or Mevan has gained time to Adam, but from what we see, Adam is losing a little bit of time to Mevan. So Adam, I'm told, has had a little agricultural moment with the grass, a very expensive lawnmower, if you may call it, an AMG. So he's had a little bit of an off. Hasn't gone exactly on the speedy liter, but he's there. He's good. Maintaining a gap of 7.5 seconds to Riyaz Hafrat. Not too sure what the gap between Adam and I have it. The gap between Adam and Evan is now a mere 6 seconds. Is that right? Yes, I think it's just 6 seconds. 5, I'm told. And it's an interesting thing. I mean, right down the field, you get lots of flashes which are growing. Usually by now, things are settling. As we see, Rakesh and Abhasidana too having a bit of an agricultural movement with the grass. And 2 more laps to go. That is going to detect 2 out of this slot are going to go to the super final, which will take place as soon as it is over. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Round 3, the final taking place. We have Viren Boteju being chased by Riyaz Hafrat and Adam Junaid in third place. The gap between Riyaz and the leader, Viren Boteju, has extended to 13 seconds, and the gap between 2 and 3, that is Riyaz and Adam Junaid, has moved up to 8.9. Meanwhile, down the order, if I'm looking at it from another perspective, Sachetana Patirana has also made up a little bit of time with Inuk Matsumarashi. Inuk has also caught up, and he is catching Sachetana as well. But internally, the man who's made the most amount of progress is young Chitraka Idam Malgoda. He too has managed to stay with the whole frame and get there. We've got a whole bunch of drivers across the board, different talent levels, different positions, and they're all there. I can see lots of parents here biting their fingernails and wondering who is going to be where in the park. So let's take it from there, and ladies and gentlemen, we're riding to penultimate lap with 11 seconds separating 1 and 2, now gone up to 13, and the gap between 2 and 3 between Riyaz Hafrat and Adam Junaid has now crept up to 10.9. I'm not too sure what the gap between Adam and Mevan is, but if my memory serves me right, it was 5 seconds. Now it's gone up to 8. Now it's gone up to 8. 4.3 seconds. So now it's 4.3 seconds. There you go. There you have it. It's all there. And all fair in love and war, and on a racetrack, I'm told. There you go. And the beauty of it is that in this venue, they are racing air-conditioned comfort on Ceylon Motorsports Club Sim, brought to you by Mandarin Breed and sponsored by Mobitel and AMG. The AMG cars are the ones, Mercedes-Benz AMG cars, the ones that are running here, and I'm telling you, you're absolutely lucky, because in an ideal world, if you go knock somebody, you've got to pay the other man's car repair, and here you can just press the reset button and say thank you very much, I'm off home. So this is the beauty of e-sport racing. can do it from your home, you can do it from the Shangri-La, and you can do it anywhere you want and have fun. And the times are tumbling. I see Viren Boteju has done a 158.210. 158.210. Is we live it? Yeah. So Riyaz has also done a 158.7, and that's an absolutely stunning lap. I can see a couple of drivers who are in the final holding their heads and wondering, oh no, have I had enough lunch to pull this one through? The ones who are in the final, super final, 158.2 is outstanding, right? I'm pretty sure it's going to be a hairy one. They love the final. They love the final. As we go into the final lap, and there we go. The final lap we have leading Riyaz Hafran by 14 seconds, and Riyaz Hafran leading Adam Junaid by 15 seconds. And I don't know, can I have the lap time between Adam Junaid and Mevan Pereira? How many seconds? 1.5 seconds. Oh my God, that is absolutely close. That is a phenomenally close thing. Anything can happen between now and then. Mevan Pereira is on a charge. Mevan is on a charge. But in this kind of environment, it is really tough to see what is going to happen as we see Viren Boteju take the checkered flag with a humongous lead of 15 seconds. Viren Boteju, an amazing ride by him, and Riyaz Hafran in second, and we haven't put the position on third. We are still fighting it out. We are still waiting. We are waiting for the results of 5 and 6, and we don't know who Adam Junaid has come fifth, and Mevan Pereira has come sixth. There's something which has happened to Mevan in the last bit, because he has come fourth with a 3-second gap. It was 1.5 and it's gone to 3. So anyway, that's good, and we thank you all, and that was the last round. That's the last round of round 3. And the winners of this, the top 3 will go to the super final. Junior finished third. Driver number 5. Yeah, I said he finished fifth. No, car number 5. Listen carefully. I did. Did he finish fifth? Okay. That's why I came. No, bad. Yeah, 10 here. Huh? 10 or 10. All right. We have 2 wildcards taking part in the final round. We've got 2 wildcards. And now we have the drivers who will be running in the super final. And that will be, ladies and gentlemen, I can't ask you for a drum roll because I don't have a drum, neither do I have a roll. But we have the 9 drivers, we have 8 drivers, and we have 2 wild cards who are going to run in the final, the super final. And that's going to be Calvin Kingsley. A big round of applause, Calvin Kingsley. The numbers are here. So that's Calvin Kingsley is one of the drivers. Chamot is one of the drivers again. Can we have a big round of applause? We've got Nirosh is also there. I can see him smiling away. He's waited the whole day for this. We've got from the Colombo round, we've got Huzaifa Jafferji. We've got Ranjay Dissanayaka. We've got Tiago Pereira. Calvin, what is it? I know, but I can't not mention his name, no? He's a, as far as I'm concerned, he didn't show. But don't, that's it. Yeah, I know he's not here. We've got Thiago Pereira in the final, and from the Colombo round, Nilandan, try for the fun of it. Well, it's up to you, but we would like you to just go for the fun. Huh?
Get all the final guys to come and meet him there. Yeah. No, let them just line up.
So we've got a couple of reviews to do in the final round, and the stewards will have a look at it. But trust me, there's going to be one or two wild cards who are going to run in the super final.
Can you ask Ranjay, Chamod, that lot to meet?
So Ranjay, Chamod, Thiago, Josefa, Calvin, the 6 guys who are already there, can we have them to go up to to go and meet Mudit Madhumarachi, the race secretary today, and for the three drivers who qualified in this round today, who are Chamud and Niro.
Mobitel
No, no, no.
name is?
No, wait.
Mobitel I don't have the name.
Wait. So we will give Mobitel to give the first one.
Yeah. I give the second one, then he gives the third one.
No.
Yeah.
Let's give Mr. Pandit again to say the second one. But he won't wait.
It's a final.
He won't
Ah,
wait. He won't wait. You let him give the winner of this.
Okay.
And get Mobitel give the second and the third.
Okay.
Right? So when we are finished them and let's send them off. Okay. So when we are අපිට පුළුවන් ප්‍රශාන්තයි වගේ ඕනෙත් දෙන්න කියන්නේ.
So this Mobitel.
Yeah. Can we have 4 places?
Yeah. Can I give the last one?
Can we have the positions for 1, 2, 3 and 4? Agree. So there we have it. I've got the details. Can we have Mevan Pereira here, please? So Mevan Pereira gets 4th place.
Mevan, you're here.
Mevan below the step. So Mevan Pereira gets the 4th place, and the award being handed over by third runner-up. Second runner-up, third runner-up.
Third round, second runner-up. Second runner-up. First runner-up.
No, give this, yeah. So Sharon Cook will hand over the award to Mevan Pereira, who is the round 3, is the 4th place person, a competitor, Mevan, who's raced in the Formula LGB, receiving a trophy from Sharon Cook, who's also a Formula 4 driver, very apt. And then we called young Adam Junaid, who's giving it away? Yeah, we call. What's his name? We call Kushan to come from Mobitel. Can we have Adam Junaid here? Adam is here, okay. Can we have Kushan from Mobitel? Could we have you here? Kushan? No. Next one is him. I've forgotten your name. Wong. Just go as Wong. Mr. Wong from Mobitel will be handing over the 3rd place trophy to young Adam Junaid. Adam just 10 years old and now races in the sim racing as well as young go-karting. And now we call Riyaz Afrad, and that's being Mr. Pandit again. Mr. Pandit again.
Oh, God. Come on.
Can we do it on our mic? Fine, just when we need it.
Wait.
Okay, it's working. So we have, can we have Mr. Wong to give away this award, and Mr. Panditage, can we have you here as well? Panditage. So Riyaz Afrad wins the 2nd place, and our principal sponsor today, the managing director of Timo, the franchise owners of Mercedes-Benz AMG, Mr. Galle Panditake, to give away the award to Viren Boteju, the champion of round 3 of speed run. Mr. Panditake, can we have a photograph with you with all the drivers as well? Timo have been with us over the years and sponsored this event, and we thank our sponsors, Mobitel. We have Sean Wong as well coming here for a group photograph, and that is the end of round 3, and now we go into the super final, which is going to take place the super final, which is going to take place with the top 9 drivers and 1 wild card. Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much. Sushant Wong, thank you. Hi, God, man. You're right. You're right. Macha, he drove well, huh?
Can I ask Sam to make a move?
He can, yeah. Now done. Thank you very much for being there. Thank you. Yes.
Now, from this round, how many are we taking? Drivers?
So now we got the 9, no?
Now you got the 9 with DCC and 3 out of this.
Yeah, so the top 3.
Top 3, okay.
So then
Seva is going to take from Seva is not here.
Yeah, so then the 9th driver is the wild card.
Seva is not here.
Yes.
Right now, if you see, these are the guys who are here.
Yeah. Calvin, Ranjay, Nirosh, Pramod, Tiago, right?
Right.
And then
take the 3 from today.
yeah, so today's 3 is one that Kole, you have given me, Viren,
These 3, no?
those 3 come there. Right? And the wild card is Ashan.
I'll make a move.
Thank you very much.
So I'll make you slowly after this, and we'll.
I'm sorry, I haven't got a visiting card to give you. And I'm sorry if I haven't spent enough time, but
Perfectly fine for us. More than enough.
thank you. Yes, my bad. Yes.
All techniques working.
All 9 are working. 9
No.
10 are working.
So, no, because once if we get now these 3,
Yeah.
we have 9 and wild card Ashan.
No, we have only 8.
No. Out of this now here.
Machang,
All these 4 are here. I went there.
yeah, Machang, but then we have only 6 now. This is 8. There can't be 9 here.
No, wait. We ran Riyadh.
Machang, after 6, 7 has to be 8. No, not 9. No.
No.
Okay.
Okay. Samika, that called.
Yeah, I do.
What?
I texted him.
He drove very well. Huh? Very well. Drove very well. Not bad. Better than the father. Yeah. But he's watching the others run.
Yeah, good as fine. I come here.
He can, but he wants to watch it. Tiago, I think. Half an hour, maybe 45 minutes. Yeah, I think maybe 45 minutes. It's a final, it's a championship final round. So Tiago is going to run that. I suppose he wants to watch. His final run is finished. What happens is they ran for the Colombo round. No? He came 3rd. Yeah. A round he got knocked out. Yeah. You have to buy him the new PlayStation and the game. He's good. You have to buy him the game. I know. Yes. Thanks. I called. Thanks, I got him major mileage. Okay. Hello. Your friend Shang Wong was here. Gave away the award. Oh, you should have been here, no? Huh? Anyway, Chandra, thanks a lot for putting the whole thing together. Abdul Dobak is fast asleep.
Thank you so much.
Hold on, Devan. Your phone's there. You're not there. Right. Nah, put that. Right, Machan. I'm going to run because I'm in the middle of the running the final round. Okay, Machan. See you. Bye. What do you mean?
Headset, we don't have a headset for this.
Has to have. All heads.
This headset, something was taken in the morning.
No, there are headsets there. Take it from there. No, we have to have a headset. All had it.
And a control.
Yesterday, headset and control we had for every unit. In a box, in the boxes. But why do we? No, but why do we need it here? We don't need it.
8 people.
No, 9. Yo.
But then you all around Sasha and...
Nah. Dilante is not running. We have only one wild card.
Oh,
Okay, can I have a mic? Can I watch it now? Can I watch now with you? Why? No, I want to sit and watch with you. Not fair, no. Because I am not a child, I can't watch with choices. I'm an adult system.
Can I pull all these people out for a draw?
Yeah, it's okay. Have everything running, will you?
okay. Drivers, come for the draw.
Can we have a group photograph as well? And, or shall we wait? We'll wait just 2 minutes more. Dilante is driving. I'm sure he'll run. Dilante is driving.
Wait. To get all these people out.
We've got drivers to come.
Calvin is doing it wrong. He hasn't. I was watching him. Good. Right behind you. Yes. Left. I was still listening with your. I went to the your online crash.
Okay. How do we know we have to check all the units for BOP?
No. Because when somebody made the room, he put the on.
Okay. Make sure it's everything. So we've got. We've got And this is what is going to be as we go into the final round. Sabri. Now, when they go into the room, all these other, now they are practicing now, some of them are practicing with maybe with BOP on and off and all that. But when
Now
they go
they're in the correct room, all in the room. I put them all in the room.
you sure? So
Yeah.
these cars, they have to run practically same, is it?
Yeah. Busy.
Start the when your head's there, I can't. So big deal. You drive it the best way you can. Okay? So it's quick, but got to be quick over a period of 20 laps. Okay. It's going to be tiring. You want to coke? Have a plain coke here. Okay. Just take it easy. Go out there. Do the best you can. Whatever you do, we're proud of you. Okay. Okay. Under severe pressure. No. One guy got a lap time of 1:58.006. Cracker. They're giving a bit of running, but the photographs they will look good. I nearly sat here. So there you have it. The 9 drivers are on track. We've got 10 drivers actually. And they're all trying to get the qualifying place. We've got a whole bunch of drivers trying to find their little slot in there. And amazing race, amazing to see how well these drivers are. They've progressed through the ranks, and I must say that these guys are absolutely on the money. May I ask, something? What do you need apart from yourself to be a steward to you?
I just need
Randy, can we have you here, please? Randy Varicala, can we have you here? And Mudit, can we have Mudit? And Mudit, can we have Mudit as well? So we need 2 stewards, a steward here and a steward between those 2 there. Do we have our stewards on that side? No, we need a steward here as well. Akri, you're there? So in seat 1 we have Calvin Kingsley, we have Chamos in seat 2, Hirosh in seat 3, Dylan Motejo in seat 4, Thiago in seat 5, Rante in seat 6, Ashan in seat 7, Riyaz in seat 9, Niranta in seat 10, and Adam in seat 11. That's how we have it, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a whole lineup of drivers, all running in different classes, or different cars, colors, I mean, same car, on the same track, and they're all out qualifying and Luca in this wonderful event, which is all about running the final round of the speed Run Championship. Speed Run Championship, which is brought to you by Mandarin Breeze and the Ceylon Motorsport Club, is sponsored by Mobitel, partner who gives us all the telecom connectivity, the absolute speed, and Timo who gives us a car with absolute speed, which is the Mercedes-Benz AMC. The track that we have chosen today is Suzuka. Quite unlike its normal Suzuka, it's generally a gloomy track, but today we've got bright sunshine, and we've got 20 laps of that on this track. As I watch Rajendra Nayaka making a bit of a mistake, and so far we've got the fastest driver to be Hiren Moteju, followed by Riyaz Safrat, Calvin Kingsley, Chamos, Ashan Silva, Nirosh, Anand Junaid, and that seems to be the lineup. So there you have it. Hiren Moteju leads the pack from Riyaz Safrat. Who's 5? Alright, so there we have it. Driver number 4 is Hiren Moteju. He is being led by driver number 9. So number 1 is Hiren Moteju. Hiren is being led by number 9, Riyaz Safrat. It will be otherwise. You know what I mean? There you have it. It's a race of controlled aggression. We've got 4 minutes more to go. I'm sure there's many a strategy being played up and down the pit lane. Quite unlike what we have in the normal pit racing. We've got guys who are going to take it easy. These guys are going to have it. You know it's a long, long haul between the start line, the lights go green, and then the checkered flag. 20 laps down, we're going to be racing for over 40 minutes. And that's going to take a lot of their energy, their concentration, and that's going to separate the men from the boys. 40 minutes is one of the longest races I'm sure we've ever had in Sri Lanka. It's not every day that we have races like this. Our race from home events are just 15 laps, and that's on a 1.3 kilometer, 1.3 second lap, 1 minute 30 second lap, I'm sorry. But this is a 2-minute lap, and you're getting 20 laps, which means almost 40 minutes. These guys are going to be sweating in my seat. They're going to go send it to the dry cleaners, but that's okay. They're having fun, we're having fun, and we are here to choose the champion of champions at the end of 20 laps. Mentally they're going to be drained, physically they're going to be drained, and they had a long, long day out here. Driver 158. So Hiren Moteju now clocked a 158. Okay, CMSC driver 1, which is Calvin Kingsley, clocked the time of 158.367. 158.367. He is followed by driver number 5 and driver number 4. So the gap I'm not too sure what the gaps are, but it will be interesting to see what the time between 1 and 2 are. Half a second? No, 1.5. Yeah. So the gap there is just half a second. Half a second. No, 1.5. 1.5 cents. So it's a 1.5 cents per second. Separate 1 and 2. And that's how close this whole thing is about. But trust me, Nothing. I've been in this game for so long. Qualifying is one thing. Running 20 laps is a totally different ball game. These guys in the back here, at the bottom of the grid, they also have a chance. Because all it takes is the guys at the top take each other out, and the guys at the bottom always come up. Trust me, I've been there, I've done that, I've been at the bottom of the grid most of the time, and I've always been on the podium thanking somebody going on. That can happen here today.
And the other one is
I told them to never rum and coke. Yeah. Second.
Half a second.
No, 1.5.
Both are 158.
Yeah, much like 1.1.
0.15.
Yeah, so one. No, so it's 110.
Yeah, all on the same second.
110. Yeah. That's a smidgen.
And then third person here, 0.01.
So close. 2 seconds.
Third. The other is second.
Ah, right there.
Number 4.
That's Viren. The Viren is very good. He'll take them. He's got better racecraft. He'll take them. So there you have it. Qualifying almost over, another 2 minutes remaining. And it separates the men from the boys now. The gap.
This is a master point.
Yes, that's
What's his name?
that's it.
Not from master.
2 and 3 are Matra. Sharan.
Driver 1, driver 4, driver 5.
Finished. So at the moment it is Calvin Kingsley, followed by Viren Boteju, followed by Thiago Pereira, followed by Ria Safra, and then it is Shamos, Ashan, Nirosh, Adam,